Hey, good morning, subscribers. It's Thursday, March the 6th. Yesterday, we pretty much had a non event of a day, at least in terms of the broader indices are concerned, which is to be expected for a couple of things. First of all, of course, we had a big rally on Tuesday, and then the second thing is that we really have that non farm payrolls coming up on Friday, the February jobs report, in other words. So it's a little bit difficult to imagine a really big move ahead of that data point. So that's pretty much why. And quite frankly, I think today is going to be quite boring as well. So that's just my 2 cents. But you can see we broke past resistance, and pretty much that's that. So there's not a whole lot to talk about. IWM, Russell 2000, same exact story. We continue to be trending higher. Can we fall apart here after the jobs report? Unlikely, but for all I know, we can retrace some, but I do think we have higher to go. QQQ, Nasdaq 100 ETF, more or less the same story. I actually like this a little bit better, just from a pattern point of view. It's just a little bit tighter. Someone asked me the other day, or actually a lot of you guys asked me over the past couple of weeks, what do I mean by tight pattern? Well, we're just talking about this kind of formation. When you have a tight, like the stock or security, whatever you're talking about, is sort of coiling up, kind of, not moving much. So it's forming a tight pattern, which is usually conducive to more meaningful moves in either direction. So directional moves. Anyway, that's as far as that goes. In terms of sectors, the financials, and I realize I talk about them a lot, but they are that important. We can't ignore them. So if you look at the XLF yesterday, Goldman Sachs, among other things, did actually rally, continue a beautiful rally that had started on Tuesday, and this took the XLF higher. Look at Goldman Sachs. Yes, I'm still long Goldman Sachs in the portfolio. Would like to trim that position a little bit, to be honest with you, maybe today, but otherwise still comfortable with it. Wells Fargo Capital, same thing. Also still, Wells Fargo. Company is still looking good. I talked about this, and yes, I'm still long it. You can see that beautiful price action here, breaking all these lines that were there. So that's good stuff. In terms of the rest of the portfolio, let me just quickly go through that. CMG, I have a partial position left. Remember, I took profits in this 2 days ago. Still looks good. I arguably could close the rest of the position and be happy, but I think we'll just leave it on a little bit more. ABX, same story. Just as long as the markets are a bit or rallying much stronger here, then I think it's going to be difficult for this to really blast higher. But it looks okay. So who knows? Maybe I'll get rid of it early next week or something like that. It just I'm happy to buy it when it goes back up again, but it's just dead money here at this point, at least for the time being. Of course, that can change any minute. PBI. Pitney Bowes, same thing, continues to move higher. Same thing as the rest of the market. Continues to move higher. A beautiful little base that it built here. And talk about a tight pattern. This is a beauty. This is something I could add into my book. By the way, I'm writing a book right now, so that's taking up a little bit of time on trading. So PBI, and then Yahoo. Still long this too. Nothing dramatically bad here either. It's fine. ANF consolidated the gains that it had on Tuesday, so that's cool. But if you look at this in the bigger picture point of view, sure looks like it has plenty higher to go, possibly towards 46.5. IRBT is a new one I bought yesterday again. Remember, we had a beautiful trade on this one a couple of weeks ago. Made something like 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever percent in one day. And it's now basically just retesting a breakout line. I of course put this all in the blog, so you probably have seen it there already, but I'll talk about it again. And you can see here, this is just a beautiful trading action. I think this has plenty higher to go. And last but not least, Potash, I bought yesterday again. Just a beautiful looking chart. You can see beautiful bottom building, long candles all over the place, and then yesterday finally breaking out of a tight pattern that had supported the 50-day, resistance at the 200-day, and it's now moving higher. Speaking of potash and agricultural chemicals, on the watch list today, if you haven't seen, is Mosaic. Similar business as IE Industry, as Mosaic, as Potash. So not surprisingly, the stock is moving higher as well. It looks great. I'm not quite sure if I want to buy two of those stocks. I'm happy with one, so we'll see. Maybe have to go back and forth. We'll see about that. Monsanto also looking, similar industry or almost the same industry, I guess. Looking good here as well. So I think that's pretty much it. For my concern here, I think today is going to be a non-event, and then we'll have the non-farm payrolls tomorrow. So we'll see if we can make some moves there. But again, from my point of view, I'm looking to maybe cut some more stocks that aren't doing anything and take some profits in others if I get a chance today. Last but not least, I closed Gilead Sciences yesterday. It just didn't do anything. It was just worthless. Sold it at a minor gain. Happy to entertain this again if it gets moving. I have an alert set, I think, above 84 or something like that. Otherwise, this morning I have to give a presentation at a bank for some investors. So I'll be away from the tape, but I'll be back early afternoon. So if you've got any questions, please let me know as always. And have a great trading day. Take care.